flapping in the wind behind you.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
No evil shall escape my sight.
but those who worship evil's might.
beware my power.
Green Lantern's light.
Hello and welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern Podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, Master of the Core it is.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
And today we'll be covering Green Lantern 97 through 99.
I have a stupid question for you.
Well, this is the place for it. What? Yes, sir.
This is only the second. There's only been another 97, 98, and 99, and that's the Silver Age series.
Yes.
This is the only series that made it this high, right? Because
Yeah.
the other one got rebooted, and then 252 only made it up to 52. So 67, 52.
Yeah, because right before New 52, didn't that series only go to like 60?
67, 66.
Something. Yeah, it was in the 60s. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because I was going to say, even Alan Scott didn't ever made it that high, right?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I think it was much less than that.
Yeah.
So if they would stop rebooting, maybe we could reach the numbers, that the Silver Age series reached, or even the 90s series reached.
Oh my God, can you imagine if they did legacy numbering and they started with like Alan Scott's series? Oh my God, we could hit 1,000 maybe one day.
Just like Superman. Yes.
One, we need to renumber, and two, we actually need a damn Green Lantern monthly series. Come on.
Yes, absolutely. And we will still ignore the Action Comics Weekly stuff.
Yay! Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that's Action Comics. That's not Green Lantern. But I was gonna say, like, when you had multiple series like Green Lantern and Green Lantern Corps.
Oh yeah.
I mean, do we do two numbers a month at that point? So really jack that numbers.
Wouldn't be a bad thing. I don't know. Any cool Green Lantern news this week?
Well, like I said, I showed you that art. I sent you that link to that article. Let me see. Who is this? Was this Newsarama? It's about Dark Crisis, because Dark Crisis #1 comes out this week, which I'll pick up tomorrow. GamesRadar.com. But yes, headline: Hal Jordan plays a major role in Dark Crisis.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it goes over Justice League 75. Only Black Adam survived. Blah 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 blah. But a longtime Justice League stalwart who's still alive and poised to play a big role in Dark Crisis, Hal Jordan, aka Green Lantern, was away from Earth during the fight, and while his colleague John Stewart has been serving as the Justice League's Green Lantern in recent years, Hal is still one of the team's most storied members. Now he's among the remaining heroes of the DC Universe who have to carry on in the wake of the Justice League's apparent death. According to Dark Crisis writer Joshua Williamson, Hal has a major role to play.
Okay.
In an interview with Newsarama, Williamson says Hal has his own adventure throughout the story, and without giving away spoilers, the stuff Hal ends up doing is really important. There are a lot of big-time fan moments coming with Hal and Green Lantern. So, Williamson also hints that Hal's big moments can be seen on cover art for Dark Crisis and its tie-in books, like The Flash. Because yes, that picture is like from one of the upcoming Flash issues that ties into Dark Crisis. So we're at least going to get some Hal and Wally. So
interesting.
Yeah,
very interesting. At least we're getting some, some Green Lantern stuff. not an ongoing series, which is
Yeah. Okay. Oh, here's another quote. Here's another quote by Williamson. Hal Jordan, I think, at times has been reluctant for legacy. At some point, he just totally embraced it. He has all his people with him, and he's been very much about bringing in new Green Lanterns. He's not precious about being Green Lantern, Williamson says, regarding Hal's arc in Dark Crisis. You look at Sinestro and his arc of, I'm the best Green Lantern, and I have all the best methods. I'm the greatest Green Lantern, so only my way rules. That led him to becoming Yellow Lantern. Hal went the opposite direction, where he was like, I'm not the only Green Lantern of Earth. You can continue to grow this thing. It doesn't have to be just me and only me. I wanted to show that here, Williamson continues. He kind of plays this role of somebody who's just, come on, people, let's go. We're all friends here. Let's go. He's a little bit of a loose cannon sometimes.
Yes.
But he's the one who's like, I'm going to find my friends, and I'm going to do it by adding. Part of legacy sometimes can sometimes be adding, not taking away. Hal kind of represents that piece. Oh, here we go. Spoilers, kids, for the issue. The issue came out today. Like I said, I'll get tomorrow. In Dark Crisis 1, Hal appears to help John Kent and Wally West in a fight. Then demands to know the Justice League status. He warns the younger heroes not to trust Black Adam or his account of the final fight with Pariah, and seems overall doubtful that his team could really be dead. However, he also doesn't seem convinced they're alive. He then sends Wally out to track down Barry Allen and decides to hunt down the Justice League's killer himself. As for Hal's overall arc in Dark Crisis, Williamson didn't give much away, but the variant cover for Flash 786 suggests that Hal ends up in more trouble than he expects. So see, look, we're doing legacy numbering for Flash. Flash is up to 786. We could have this for Green Lantern.
Exactly. Yeah. And, Hal being in more trouble than he thinks, that's pretty standard operating procedure, right?
Because like I've been saying, that every headline I see is either Nightwing or Hal Jordan, and not like, did you read Road to Dark Crisis #1 yet?
No, I have not read that yet.
It's a bunch of short stories, but it's, like John Kent's like coming to Nightwing. It's like, we need to form a new Justice League. And I was just like, well, why I mean, I had no problem with it, but why are people coming to Nightwing to form a new Justice League and not Hal, who's like an original member? But I wonder if like all the Nightwing stuff is going to be him helping everyone on Earth, and Hal's going to be like out in space and wherever. So,
Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, John Stewart, Barry Allen,
Green Arrow, Black Canary,
and Hawkman, or no Hawkman?
Hawkgirl.
Well,
yeah.
Who Martian Manhunter too?
I believe so. Yeah.
I mean, if you go back to Brave and the Bold, who are the original? You've got Hal, Barry.
Yeah.
Hawkman. No?
It's Hal. Yeah. Hal, Barry. John Jones, Martian Manhunter, Aquaman. And I mean, originally it was Wonder Woman, but sometimes when they retconned it was Black Canary. But either way, it's like Hal's the only original member left. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So that's I'm just wondering if like the two big plot threads are going to be, Nightwing on Earth and Hal Jordan on space.
Cool. Yeah, I may have to end up getting this then. I need a report from you on it tomorrow.
I will, and I also read the Flash every month, so yes, I'll keep you up to date on that. Oh yeah, me and Lilith are trying to, for our Justice League podcast, trying to keep track of all the Dark Crisis stuff. So,
wow.
But Dark Crisis #1 comes out. Well, it came out today. I'll get it tomorrow.
Cool, very cool.
But Road to Dark Crisis. It was a bunch of little stories. Like I said, like Nightwing met up with John Kent. Hal was in it. There's a story where he meets what is that? Jackson Hyde or whatever, the new Aqualad or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Because Aqualad's the one who tells him, he's like, yeah, the Justice League's dead.
This was the Free Comic Book Day, Road to Dark Crisis?
No, the Dark Crisis #0 was Free Comic Book Day. This was actually a cash grab last week. Yeah, it was like an oversized book. Yeah, it's just a bunch of short stories.
Okay.
Because there was something in the ocean, and Hal shows up and he says to Aqualad, he's like, call Arthur, or we got to call the League. And Aqualad's like, yeah, they're dead. And Hal's like, what? Because this is the first time Hal's been back to Earth. He's like, what? And I'm thinking, again, I think we mentioned this before, but it's like if he didn't know about everyone else, wouldn't he know about John?
You would think so. And John showed up at the end, and apparently this takes place post number 12 of the current
Mhm.
series, right? So
Yeah, because in Justice League 75, it looked like he was rocking all that power. Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I guess we're still trying to figure out what the status quo is, post number 12, with the new
Mhm.
battery that is all, multiple batteries and, rings reverting and all kinds of stuff. I don't know.
I would assume if Hal has like his original ring back, he has some kind of battery that taps into that. Well, whatever that new central battery or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
we don't. Yeah, we still don't really know what that is. I did get Invictus, which I think is the first 4 of this series, and Future State 1 and 2.
Okay.
So I haven't had a chance to reread that. I think the second part's coming out soon. The rest of the story.
Oh, is it in trade or whatever?
Yeah, this is a trade.
Okay.
I
thought you got the separate issues. Or are you getting both?
I got the separate issues, and then I got this because, well, I've got almost all the other.
I was gonna say he's gonna have the fancy books behind,
Yeah. You bet. And what's going to be fun is starting next week, I'll just pull off the
yes,
that one right there. Yes,
that's right, kids. Summer of '69 starts next week. Oh my God! You know what I was going to say? Your wife's going to kill me. You know what you need behind you?
What?
Some kind of sign that says the Book of Oa.
That would be cool. I thought you were going to say something like that Green Lantern full-size prop that comes with the ring, and I was going to say, yeah, I need that too. Yeah,
I need that too. Yeah. Oh my God! Do you think someone could make like a neon sign or something that says Book of Oa?
Probably.
Library of Oa.
Library of Oa. That would be cool.
Oh my.
So not much in the way of Green Lantern. Anything else? I don't think we've had anything or heard anything. Haven't heard anything about the show. It's still kind of doing whatever it's doing at this point.
And that Jon Stewart animated is what in July?
July. I think it's next month at some point, right? Yeah. Beware My Power. Is that it?
I'll look something like that. Here, let me look that up. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was July. All right, I'm guessing now. I remember it saying what, like towards the end of July, maybe.
Let's see. Here's the exclusive trailer.
Green Lantern, but Where My Power, 2022.
I don't know when it's releasing. That's strange.
IMDb. Oh wait, July 26th.
Okay, cool. End of July.
Yes. So we have over a month, not quite 2 months. So
yeah. Hey, it'll come out during the summer of '69.
Oh yeah. Well, depending on our recording schedule, maybe right after. I don't know.
That's true. Yeah, I think I talked about this, the Justice League War, because I was trying to watch some of the animated Green Lantern stuff. Just okay, I've seen that, not seen that. It was so not awesome. So I mean, the animation was fine. It's just that the story, I mean, it just didn't work for me.
All right, here. Okay, we have time to make this decision. I was going to say between now and then, let's make a decision. If you want, we can always push stuff. I mean, because it should take place after summer '69.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to push everything back an episode, do you want to do an episode just on Beware My Power?
I don't know. That might be kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can. Let's chat about it.
Yes. Yeah. Because like I said, we got time.
We do have time. We got lots of issues to get to still.
Oh yeah.
a whole lot of.
I don't think we're doing bad. I mean, we started. I mean, we did the first couple episodes, and we started in 1990. I mean, we're already up to 1998. So.
Yeah. Actually, what episode number is? I missed the crawl.
Today is I didn't put it up. Sorry. I believe is this 71. I believe. Yeah. Here, I'll put the crawl up. But yes, 71 this week. So.
71.
Yep, that's right. I was gonna say I thought Summer of '69 started on episode 72. All right. Yeah. Anything else, or should we jump into these issues?
I'm good. Let's go, man.
Doesn't seem like we talked about a lot, and we're already like 15 minutes in. I'm like, wow. Well, let me pontificate about. Oh, hey, Hal Jordan has a huge role in Dark Crisis. Go on, have my attention. All right, kids. So yes, tonight we're covering Green Lantern 97 through 99. Green Lantern 97 from April 1998. Loose ends.
Okay.
As it comes crawling out of the earth. All right, hold on, kids. I gotta pull this up. All right, writer, of course, friend of the show, Ron Mars.
This is Ron Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Penciler, not Daryl Banks, not Paul Pelletier, Mike McCone. Again, it wasn't bad art, but
yeah, he's a good one too. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Inker Terry Austin, colorist Rob Schwager, letterer Chris Iliopoulos, and editors Dana Curtin and Kevin Dooley. Cal goes to Radu's to contemplate his woman problems.
Wow. I
can't put parentheses. That's not me. The summary has the parentheses. Woman problem. Allison Chandler sits across from him, and the two have a long conversation concerning Cal's relationship with Donna. Cal begins sketching a portrait of Donna when a man races into the coffee shop, shouting about a rampaging supervillain calling himself Grayven.
Who could that be?
Having fought Grayven once before, Cal excuses himself from the shop and goes outside. He switches to, and again, this kind of jumps back and forth this issue, kids. It's not as linear as this summary's making it out to be, because we kind of jump back and forth between Cal's conversation with Allison to Grayven and back
and forth.
Yeah. He switches to his costume and engages Grayven in combat. Grayven reveals that he was trapped at the center of the earth and now blames Green Lantern for placing him there. That damn Zeta-B. Remember they zapped him away? All they did was zap him to the center of the earth. Thanks, Adam Strange.
Way to go.
Could have beamed him in the center of any planet, but no, you had to beam him to Earth, you know. They should have just sent him where he wanted to go. They should have beamed him to the center of Apocalypse.
Yeah, there you go. Problem solved. The dark side way.
Hey, man. Could be a big fight. Hey, one of them might end up dead. That's one less problem for us. The two begin fighting one another in the sky above Times Square, but their fight moves towards the river, far away from densely populated areas. They continue to trade shots with each other, but within moments, an eerie blue energy overwhelms them and they disappear. I believe, wasn't it Grayven trying to teleport?
I think so. Yeah, I'm getting the heck out of here.
Yeah, because he's like, "Oh, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you." Then when it looks like he's about to lose, he tries to teleport. And the next thing Cal realizes, he has been transported through time to the 30th century. Oh, boy, I wonder who's going to show up next issue.
What could that be?
The civilian populace of this era do not take kindly to Green Lanterns, and they begin attacking him. So, William, thoughts?
This was this kind of a little bit of a depressing issue. I mean, I know it's them dealing with, it's Mars dealing with the fact that, Donna and Kyle are no longer an item because of editorial fiat, right? So
Yeah.
Well, I was a little bit, Grayven was built up to be this big, big threat. And then it took, all of them to defeat Grayven, right?
In
And now,
75, yeah.
and now he's just doing it by himself, which is,
He's mad, Will.
He's really mad.
Cow smash.
So, I feel like it's inconsistent. Maybe with Grayven's power levels.
I agree with you completely, but if you want to like retcon it, which if you want the weakest of excuses, maybe digging out of the earth took something out of him, maybe. Especially if you dumped them right in the the molten core of the planet, maybe it took something out of him.
Yeah, it's just that to have such a some threat that was built up to be so much.
Oh yeah, for 75, all the dark stars and
and if it's one thing if you're if Kyle's just getting that much better so that people that were a threat before don't pose as much of a threat now, I kind of get that, but it doesn't feel like that because it feels like Kyle's reached a certain point and just kind of stays steady for a lot of issues. But it's still a good story.
I was looking at some of the notes here. Grayven next appears in Superman number 159. So,
wow, that's out of left field.
It'll be Superman's problem. Hold on, I think I remember the era.
That's still Triangle era, right?
That is from 2000. So, Grayven kind of takes a 2-year vacation.
Well, he teleported somewhere or when,
Yes. Oh, hey. It's not on the list, but if you would like me to add this, maybe it looks like Cal maybe guest stars in that issue.
Oh, Superman number
159.
159.
Yes,
I don't know. We may have to look at that one because I really don't remember that one.
I barely remember it. I don't remember a lot of the details, but it's written by Jeff Loeb.
Oh, okay.
So,
and that would have been the 86 Superman series or 87 Superman series?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's August 2000 issue. So yeah, like I said, we won't see Grayven for another 2 years.
Number 159.
Yeah, written by Jeff Loeb and penciled by Ed McGuinness.
Cool. All right, I'll look that one up.
Yeah, maybe I'll add it to the list because, like I said, it looks like it's a Cal guest appearance. So,
gotcha.
Look at the schedule for the books 2 years from this.
Yeah.
Where's my notes? All right. Although Grayven blames Cal for being trapped inside the Earth, it was actually John Stewart who placed him there by way of Mega Zeta Beam during the villain's previous attack against the planet Ron.
John Stewart, that rascal.
He's either blowing up planets or dropping people in the center of them.
Yeah.
Oh, here's some trivia. Cal is carrying a copy of Lord of the Rings with him inside the coffee shop. Lord of the Rings. Okay.
Oh, and he makes like a face hugger, I think, as one of his constructs, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, wait a minute. Where's the Green Lantern Aliens crossover? Because is it a movie or is it a crossover or both? I don't know.
Exactly. Oh my God. But yeah, I just got that joke. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Which ring? The one ring.
One ring to rule them all. But yeah, no, I get exactly what you're saying about Grayven. I remember when I first read this when it was brand new, even thinking, wasn't Grayven like a bigger threat?
Yeah, and you're right. We can explain away his less than stellar.
He might be weakened, and maybe his energy's down, and and again, Cal's looking for somebody to take all his frustration out on.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It was. I don't know it was kind of a depressing issue. And I'm sure that's what Mars was going for because.
Oh yeah, because Cal's depressed. Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay, and here's my thing. I know the whole reason is because of editorial, and we're doing stuff with Donna and Wonder Woman at the moment. But it's like, even if you're a cow, it's like, wouldn't you go to see Donna just to see how she's doing, and maybe like put this thing to bed? It's like, okay, are we together? Are we not together? At least get an answer.
Well, it could.
I know you don't want to push her if she's still in
Yeah.
mourning, but it's like, wouldn't you go to see her and be like, hey, do you need anything?
Yeah, I mean, and maybe maybe they just didn't want her appearing in this book anymore, or vice versa.
Oh yeah. I'm sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're doing the whole Wonder Woman thing, and then
Yeah,
this went on the Titans. Yeah,
the Titans they were still the young kids replacement team with the young euthanized. Sorry, Adam, and they were getting ready to relaunch the kind of the classic Titans with the JLA Titans limited series coming up.
Yeah, they did that 3-issue mini series. Yeah, and then Devin Grayson spun that out in the Titan series. Yeah. I was gonna say we could cover that mini series if you want. Hal's there along with everybody else.
Everybody's in that series.
Oh my god! I should take a look at that because there was so much potential for crossover in that thing.
Yeah,
because Cal's in it, Nightwing is in it. There's various members of the Justice League in it.
The whole Justice League is in it.
Oh my god. We could do a 3-show crossover on that thing. Yeah, there's 3 issues.
3. There you go. You've solved it right there, man. Put it on the schedule.
Go ahead, throw it in.
We got this.
All right. So should we jump to the next one?
You bet.
All right. So next one, Green Lantern, Volume 3, number 98, May 1998, Future Shock Part 1.
Now, see, I am a big fan of the Legion of this era. I mean, I remember they had they had the one book going, but did they get it was post reboot. So yeah, it was just good. It was a lot of fun.
If there's like one book or that I haven't read a ton of that I really want to get into, it's probably Legion.
Mm-hmm.
But it always seems like so daunting because it's like there's so many members, there's so much history, and then it's like it seems like after every crisis you kind of reboot it and it changes.
Yeah, there's like the Legion of 3 Worlds. Was that during Final Crisis?
I think, yeah.
I think so. Because there's the originals,
then
there's the reboot, and then there's other. I can't remember what other ones they had, but
when they had to really scramble after Crisis on Infinite Earths, when John Byrne reboots Superman and says, "Oh yeah, Superman was never Superboy." Legion's like, "What?
What you talking about?"
Everything we've done has been built on that. What the f?
It was Paul Levitz and Keith Giffen did the Great Darkness saga.
That's what I should try to read is because the Great
classic.
Darkness.
That's a classic.
I know. 80s. I always hear about it. It's great, and plus, I think the Great Darkness is going to play a role in Dark Crisis. So.
Well, and then there was the series, the relaunch series that Giffen did by himself, which is kind of controversial because it was I think it's 5 years later. They just jump ahead 5 years, and it's suddenly darker and grittier and whatever. I'm not a huge fan of that. I know there are a lot of people that are. But then you get, Legionnaires, and you get that reboot Legion, and they just started it over, and they said, "Hey, it's Superman that inspired him. He's not going anywhere, right?" Maybe.
Hopefully. Yeah. Oh my god! But that whole John Byrne thing, it's just like they had to create a pocket universe, and it's like when the Legion thought they were interacting with Superboy, they were
pocket universe
created by the Time Trapper. Yeah.
It turns out he was one of the. He was Legion, Cosmic Boy, but whatever. It's weird.
But again, every Crisis, man, the 30th century gets hit the hardest every time the Crisis reboots stuff.
It does. It really does. And speaking of this, we're going to find out that we have some questions about time travel, and specifically around a Green Lantern ring in this issue.
Yes. All right, so yeah, Future Shock Part 1 and Ron Mars back as writer. Daryl Banks back as penciler.
That's right.
Terry Austin, Rick Schwager, Chris Eliopoulos still here, and only one editor this time, Kevin Dooley. The Green Lantern Corps is fleeing from the Legion of Superheroes. The Corps does not consist of heroes anymore. Instead, they represent some of the worst criminals the future has encountered in quite some time. The Green Lanterns use their powers to defeat members of the Legion and escape with the loot they were looking for. The Legion, though, has one Green Lantern in custody and hope to get some information by interrogating him in jail. However, it is Kyle Rayner they have, and he has nothing to do with the villains. It takes the Green Lantern from the past some time to plead his case, but in the end, he convinces the Legion to trust him and get taken back to their HQ. Cal not only finds out that in this time the Corps is a bunch of thieves, but also that there do not exist any records of him ever being a Green Lantern. There only
yes, you're right, of him being a Green Lantern, but records of him do exist.
Yes, we'll get there. Yes, there only exist recordings of Hal Jordan.
Who?
Oh, shut up! You said the little every Legion of Superhero member is like.
I of course love Hal Jordan.
Exactly.
Also, time. What?
Although XS and she used to be called Triplicate Girl, but she's called Triad now. They seem to have kind of a crush on Kyle.
Oh, you think? Oh my God! Can you imagine Impulse? You did what with my cousin? Also, time traveling has been outlawed, so the Legion is not able to send Kyle back home. With that in mind, Kyle decides to help the Legion in taking down the GL Corps. He teams up with XS, who is quite flattered by forming a kind of Flash GL team up. I don't think that's the team up she's thinking about. How it's always weird though when you get interested in a time traveler, because it's like you never know. Well, I guess she knows her lineage, but I'm like, this could be like your great grandfather or something.
Yeah, you never know.
I mean, you don't know who your relatives were from 1,000 years ago, do you?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, however, both heroes are overwhelmed by the Corps and are taken aboard their space station. The leader of the criminals takes the ring away from Cal to use it for his own purposes, but it does not work, and suddenly the ring disappears from his finger. At another place, Ganthet puts that exact ring into the hands of the homeless woman, Carrie Wren, who then becomes a new Green Lantern. So, yes, kids.
So, two things. Ganthet's still alive.
There's a Guardian.
Yeah. And two, where's the ring in the future? Because this is the past ring, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. We'll get there in a few months, but it's like DC 1 million. I'm trying to remember. Didn't the ring get lost, or was John Jones holding on to it or something?
Oh, man, I forgot. Yeah, you may be right. Well, perhaps that will be explained. Okay.
I mean, it's close enough. It's close enough because it's around issue 107, so they might have that in mind already. But yeah, no. Again, if Ganthet's still around, why is he not? And I'm assuming that this future is malleable. Can when it comes to whatever happening in Cal's present is changes this future all the time, because I mean, as we know. Again, they didn't know this at this point, but eventually Hal and the whole Corps are going to come back. So,
yeah. And then go away again.
And come back.
And then come back-ish? Yeah, something like that.
The Guardians, all of them, yeah. What did you think about the leader of the evil Green Lantern Corps, Tomar Rowe? It's like a jacked up Tomar Ray.
Exactly. I mean, he's jacked too.
I think it's either this issue or the next one. I think the Legion even tells Kyle, it's like, yeah, he might be the biggest Sandurian you've ever seen.
Yeah. And was it just me, or did some of there was one of them who had been replacing parts of him with bionic stuff? but he still looked mainly. That reminded me of what was his name? From the when they were restarting the new core right before Hal went nuts. He was the tactician.
Was that Creon or
Creon? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looked like they kind of borrowed some designs from,
Maybe,
or it may have just been a callback to those kind of characters. Who knows?
Yeah, because every so often, Mars will subtly bring something back.
Wasn't there a space station called Oa 2?
Yes, that's right. Because when they do track down the space station, it was cloaked where Oa was. Because they even mentioned, Kyle's even thinking about, I had to blow up Oa, I had to stop Hal.
Oops.
Well, that's the other thing that eventually will change is Oa is still destroyed here. At this point.
Yeah, but it gets reformed and Mogo and lots of things happen. So yeah, I mean, 30th century. They usually play it fast and loose, saying we just don't have records from that era.
Yes. Well, that's what I'm saying. They probably don't even realize it, but the Legion's future is probably changing all the time with that. Can you imagine you go to bed one night, you wake up the next morning, things are completely different, but you don't remember.
You don't remember it because time has changed again. Which actually, you know what? That reminds me of probably one of my most favorite short stories that Kurt Busiek wrote for Astro City 1/2.
Oh.
What was the title of it?
That's another series that I hear such good things about, but I've never read it. So
it's basically because he takes a lot of the tropes and stuff from superhero comics, and he kind of puts them from an outsider's perspective, that doesn't necessarily have superpowers. And he does a little 8-page short story in Astro City 1/2 where this guy is going crazy because he keeps seeing this face. And it turns out that there was a big crisis, and that was his wife, but she got erased because her grandparents didn't meet because of the time travel shenanigans.
Ah, cool.
And then you have their Doctor Strange-ish, creepy, hooded, what's his? I don't even remember the character's name. Go around meeting people and asking them if, hey, do you want to forget? He explains to him what happened. And he says, I can make you forget. And the guy says, no, I don't want to forget. And he goes, well, how many people have? And he goes, none. It's just this great little, it's just this beautiful little short story that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure I would love it because I love all of Busiek's stuff I've read, his other stuff I've read, like the Avengers stuff. And But no, that reminded me, you were saying that story. That's one of the stories from Road to Dark Crisis is, Pariah looked like he was working with the Great Darkness in Justice League. They kind of show why, because it's like the Great Darkness is driving him crazy because like he's just like all depressed. They show him like walking through a park or something, but it's like he remembers his family, but he's like, they were from like the multiverse, pre-Crisis on Infinite.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's like, they're way gone. There's been how many times has the multiverse been created and destroyed since then? He's like, there's no hope of ever seeing them again.
Yeah, I mean, of course, everything is still.
I know
everything is still there. So, I don't know. It's they may be just pulling a lot of stuff from the complete history of all the crises at this point. Because technically they've all happened.
Well, that's what like me and Lilith keep saying. It's like, maybe keep a few things, but for the most part, we wouldn't even mind if like they reset everything back to like pre-Crisis.
Yeah, I think they worry a little bit about Superman because the first thing they did after Crisis was they really depowered Superman.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
But then he's been slowly,
over time
leveling up.
They've been putting them back up there. Yeah.
So, and the same thing with the Flash right after Crisis. Wally could barely run Mach 2 or something.
Yeah, I think he maybe the speed of sound or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and then we got Wade.
Speed Force,
and now he can go as fast as he needs to go. And then ultimately we get Barry back, which is cool. I don't know.
Do you think, is that a thing? Like, should they depower like guys like Superman and the Flash, or do writers just need to get more inventive with the the challenges? Or
well, it's not necessarily it's not necessarily their powers. You want the conflict to reflect actual conflict.
Yeah.
With emotional conflict, not just me punch you because you bad guy kind of thing. I mean, and if you look at, say, someone like Sinestro, who is,
Yeah.
scary, post rebirth, it's very scary. They
Yeah.
give him a lot of depth in his series. We see why he makes the decisions he makes, and well, okay, let me ask you this: current Green Lantern, from what we understand, is that there is no yellow impurity.
Yes.
The rings have a gas tank that needs to get refilled every so often. There is no vulnerability. No obvious there's no kryptonite, right, for Green Lantern.
Yeah, but I mean, it seems like it's all user error. It's it depends on your imagination, your willpower.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like I understand what they were doing, because fear, yellow, the color yellow, fear was what was the weakness of a Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Back in the 60s, they were very literal with that. They were very literal with that.
Yes, fear and yellow lamps. Yes.
Yeah. And yes, dang those yellow lamps, man. All right. But not having that yellow weakness, I think I prefer it because I don't know that it makes them more powerful. I mean, it does, because they don't have an obviously easy weakness.
Yeah. Wait, so you want you want the yellow weakness or no?
No, I think I prefer it without. I much prefer it. I don't like how the Green Lantern Corps has been kind of more and more militarized over time.
Yeah.
And I'm not extremely fond of just having them as a metaphor for being police.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking maybe first responder, or someone that's there to protect and help.
I mean, I think with me, it's that whole thing. It's like, I think you need it. We've lost a healthy balance, like with a lot of my cosmic stuff, like Green Lantern, or even on the other side, like Thor or whoever. I kind of like when they balance it, where they show us like at least half the time, these guys on Earth, and then half the time in space or Asgard or whatever. It seems like, at least since New 52, even before that, probably most of the Jeff Johns stuff, it's like Hal and everyone have been spending way more time in space than they have on Earth.
Yeah, and it started out because he was a pilot, and
after Rebirth, he was he was doing the Air Force thing and everything, and all of a sudden, we got, what was it, War of the Green Lanterns, something, and it's just like,
well, I think it really kind of happened at Sinestro Corps War.
Yes, that was it. Yes,
that was the one that really kind of kicked it off, because
it seems like we got like a year or two of Hal on Earth, and then it was just like gone.
Yeah. Do you remember they did like a 1 year later thing?
Yes. Yeah, because all the books did 1 year later. Yeah.
And then when Sinestro Corps War kind of kicked everything up to 11.
Yeah.
And then boom, that rolled into all those big, huge stories where after Sinestro Corps War, it was kind of Hal finding out about the other corps, and usually getting stuck with one of their rings for good or for ill. And then we got Blackest Night.
Yeah.
And then we got Brightest Day. And then we got War of the Green Lanterns. And then we got
and then New 52 started. Yes.
And then he was back on Earth for a little while.
For 2 seconds when he quit. Yeah. Then
Or he was booted. I still don't remember what happened there. I'm gonna have to reread those.
Yeah, we'll get there. But no, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I think, the yellow impurity thing, it was kind of silly because it's like, all you do is like paint over the yellow with a different color and all of a sudden, boom, problem solved. But no, I mean, Green Lanterns really don't need a kryptonite because it's like, again, one, it's your concentration, it's your willpower, it's your imagination. Plus, like the other core, like the Sinestro, the yellow, the red, all of them are basically on the same power level. So it's like your enemies are pretty much on your same power level. So you really don't. That's the thing with Superman, especially like Silver Age, Golden Age, Silver Age. He was so much more powerful than everybody. They needed to give him a weakness.
Yeah, moving planets around just cause.
Literally juggling planets. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think you need like a healthy medium with Superman. He doesn't need, don't be juggling planets, but I think he needs to be a little stronger than like the burn stuff. So kind of in the middle there.
I think so too. I mean, and you see them, especially back during the Triangle era, they were kind of on the sly reintroducing a lot of pre-crisis stuff and gradually increasing his power levels to maybe not, Silver Age, max, but at least, some.
Oh yeah, especially after Death of Superman. Yeah.
But wow, we went off completely on a tangent. Green Lantern is cool.
Green Lantern, Legion of Superheroes. Yes. All right, so should we wrap this up with the last issue?
You bet.
All right. All right, so we conclude this in Green Lantern number 99 from June. Because I wonder what starts next issue. June 1998. Future Shock Part 2. Same team as last time, except editor Dana Curtin. So it was weird because like Dana Curtin and Kevin Dooley were both editors on 97, and then one was the editor on 98, the other one was the editor on 99. So
were these bi-weekly at this point, or is it just the next?
I don't know. It's saying April, May, June, so
I guess not.
Seem like it. No,
I wonder
unless was Dana Curtin training or something, or
I don't know. July, did the Emerald Knights go bi-weekly?
It might have, yeah.
Let's see.
But I wonder, maybe
early August, late August. Yeah, they were.
So maybe Dana Curtin was filling in, to help Kevin Dooley,
get them ready for the
catch up,
to do all of the, 2 issues a month for.
Maybe that's why Daryl Banks wasn't on 97. Maybe he was getting a jump on like 100 because that 100 was oversized,
Oh yeah,
and then 100 to 106 will be bi-weekly, so we'll see in August.
Nice.
All right. So,
hey, stupid question for you.
Again, this is the place for it. Go ahead.
Does he have his battery with him?
No, that was the thing when I was rereading this. I was like, any other time he's worried about that damn battery. When he was like, "Oh, if I can't get home, at least I'll make a life here." I'm thinking, well, not as Green Lantern if that battery don't.
Exactly. Well, he did siphon off all of the power that the bad guys into his ring. Thanks to he and Carrie,
but that's not gonna last forever. I don't think.
That's not gonna last.
Well, we'll get there because when Ganthet gives Carrie the ring, he's like, "Oh, I've recharged it for you."
Good job, Ganthet. Good job.
I know. All right. So, Ganthet, a member of the Guardians of the Universe, has given the ring of Kal Rayner to Carrie Wren, a woman who lives in the streets. Actually, Carrie Wren is a descendant of Kal Rayner, and thus she is able to tap into the power of the ring and become the new Green Lantern. So, yes, kids, this is where we learn, yes, anybody, I guess, of Kal's bloodline can also use the ring.
Mm-hmm. That ring.
What?
That
ring. That ring, yes. Good thing he didn't hand that to his uncle a couple once, bro.
Maybe it's just his dad. Maybe not his uncle. I don't know. Is that close enough?
Well, I mean, Carrie Wren's a descendant from 1,000 years in the future.
Yeah.
So
who knows?
That's kind of removed. Meanwhile, Kal Rayner endures the questioning of Tomar Rowe, who is the leader of this era's evil Green Lantern Corps. Kal cannot give him an answer regarding the whereabouts of his ring. At least he finds out that the power rings of the Corps members are of very limited nature and are based on an energy siphon on board the space station. Yes, because they also explain what they're siphoning the leftover energy of Oa that's been hanging around for 1,000 years.
Willpower.
Hello, kids. I'm Phil. I'm joined by Will Power here. Oh my God, that would be a great name for a Green Lantern host. Will Power.
Willpower. You're right. You're totally right.
Oh, you should change your name to Will Power.
Willpower.
Yeah, right. No, he's trying to push some books, kids. He's using his real name. Cal is not totally powerless himself, and he uses his close combat fighting skills to escape, but he has to leave the captured members of legions of superheroes behind. Yeah, so I like the little shout out. He's like, "Thank you, Donna."
Yeah, for teaching me how to fight.
Remember issue 60? She told him, or 61. She's like, "You're gonna need skill, you know."
You're gonna need some skills.
Nice way to bring that back, Mars. Like 3 years later. But then Carrie Wren and the other Legion members arrive and begin to fight the Green Lantern Corps. In the end, Cal manages to destroy the energy source of the Corps' power rings, and thus the villains get defeated. And again, okay, we're gonna get to this, but I mean, this ending seemed to move very quickly.
Like, boom, we're done.
One page. Boom. Yeah. Because after Cal gets his ring back from Carrie, Brainiac 5, who was mysteriously absent but now shows up, prepares to send the Green Lantern back to his proper time. But again, Cal does not end up where he would like to. Instead, he finds himself on a planet which is not Earth, and he watches as Hal Jordan fights Sinestro.
Nice.
Yes. And I like how I like how this is the last thing we get before summer of 69, because we're going to be doing some time traveling too, kids.
To the 50th century, right? 51st century?
Oh, yeah.
50th, I can't remember. Somewhere in there.
We'll find out next week, kids.
That's right.
So, yeah, I love how Brainiac 5 was just like, yeah, whatever. I'm going to send them where Green Lanterns are supposed to be. And it's like, wait, what?
Button has been pushed. There we go. Done.
I'm trying to remember. Wasn't Brainiac 5 in the present during Final Night?
I think he was, yeah.
Shouldn't he have remembered Cal and be like, oh, hey, aren't you that guy from 1996 or whatever?
Well, wasn't Cosmic Boy there too?
Yeah, but I was going to say, because even the other Legion members like, wait, what? Yeah. But shouldn't have Brainiac 5, the smartest guy there, have been like, oh, hey, I remember you.
I totally remember this because I cataloged it and it's up here in my big brain.
or do all Earthlings look alike?
Oh, he is a Kaluan, right?
Yes.
Kaluan? I don't know.
Got that Brainiac ego on him.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, look and see if there's any notes. Yeah, no significant notes here. Oh yeah. Remember, at the end, the Legion gets back that priceless art that was stolen. Oh, yeah. And in the end, kids, yes, it's a what is it? A statue, and at the bottom, it's a what is it?
Statue of Donna that's called Sorrow, I think.
Yes, by K. Rayner. Yes.
Who's that K. Rayner guy? I wonder if he's related.
You know what? Maybe the Legion knew, but they didn't want to send him back with any future knowledge.
Well, they said, "I'm sorry. I wish he would have got to see this because he."
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Some of them, I realize, yeah.
Nice, but yeah, this wrapped up pretty quick and unexpectedly, right?
Yes. Okay. I don't know if you remember, but the first time you read this years ago, what was your reaction when you got to that last page?
Probably yes. Although I don't remember because and I might have already seen the previews to see that. So it may not have been a surprise at that point. Because the previews for 100 had already come out. I'm sure.
Yeah.
In 101 and 100 and 101. But yeah, I mean, getting to see some classic Hal, that's cool. That's very cool.
Were you like, oh my god, are we bringing him back permanently? Or
No, I was pretty sure that wasn't happening.
yeah, yeah. So
wait, so we're in 98 now? This issue came out in 98?
Yeah, let me see. I believe it was it yes, June 1998 was this issue. So 100 will be July 98, I guess.
So within about 12 to 15 more issues, we're probably going to be getting Day of Vengeance, right? Is it 99, 2000?
I think, yeah. Oh, it might be around issue 118 or something, I believe. Well, remember, Emerald Knights, we're going to be doing 2 a month, so that's
that's right.
Up that count pretty quick, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. Well, we got to get to DC 1 million before Day of Judgment. I believe Circle of Fire before that, too, I think.
Oh, Circle of Fire is before Day of Judgment?
I believe.
Oh, that's right, because Mars leaves the book
around like 125 or something.
Yeah. I don't, because isn't Circle of Fire by Brian K. Vaughan?
Let me pull it up here. Because isn't that when Cal leaves Earth and he leaves a replacement? Spoilers. But I thought that was around like
150 or so. Yeah.
No. I thought that was like I don't know. Hold on. Circle of Fire. I knew how to spell fire. Okay. Here we go. Green Lantern, Circle. Okay. Circle of Fire. Published by DC Comics in October 2000.
Okay. So it's after Day of Vengeance then?
If
I can look that up while you're looking up the other thing.
But it was written by Brian K. Vaughan, Jay Farber, Judd Winnick, and Scott Beatty.
So the name of the story in that Kurt Busiek's Astro City number 1/2 is called The Nearness of You. It's just a beautiful little story.
Nice.
Wow, Day of Vengeance is... No, that's not right. That's the second printing.
Hold on.
It says it's 2005. That can't be right.
You mean Day of Judgment?
Day of Judgment. Yes, that's what it is.
I'm seeing a Day of Judgment tie-in issue from Green Lantern 118 from November 1999.
Okay, so it's 99. Cool.
Yeah. It's like the end of the 99, so we're about a year and a half from Day of Judgment. So,
and that's when we get Spectre Hal, which didn't make a lot of sense at the time, but then gets expertly woven into the tapestry of Green Lantern by Jeff Johns later.
Oh yeah, and we'll get some Spectre issues too, kids. Yeah.
By a certain J.M. DeMatteis, right? Who was on the podcast. Not
podcast. Will, I get it. I know, J.M. DeMatteis.
This is J.M. DeMatteis, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, I just want you to show off those drops, man.
That's right. Oh, spoilers for an episode way down the road, kids. But that Day of Judgment from 118, we see the return of a certain Donna Troy.
Wow, I completely forgotten about that.
Yep.
Interesting.
Looks like Jade and Donna wrestling over Cal in the middle there.
Now, I guess we'll talk a lot more about Jade. Does she get her powers back, or does she just get a ring?
No, she gets a ring because somebody leaves us something at the end of something, which we'll get to in August. Yes.
In August? Yeah. Gotcha.
Yes. Thought we discussed this last week.
We did, but I forget.
The Sentinel thing, yeah. Did the Starheart take her youth, Will?
Yes, it did. I need some Starheart juice.
That's a drop. Oh my God,
Starheart juice keeps me Starheart juice keeps me young. Sorry.
Lilith is going to demand that drop. All right. I'm pulling up the schedule because I know Summer of 69 starts next week, but I'll give you guys the specific issue numbers for each week. Yes, next week, Summer of 69. Okay. Sector 2814 is the only show because of the way the calendar works, because the first is on a Friday when these drop. Sector 2814 is the only show in Summer of 69 to get 5 episodes.
Yes.
Which is good because since we're doing extra issues and coming in the 1970s, so hey, it works perfectly. So yeah, next most weeks, we're only doing like 2 issues a week. So yeah, next week will be Green Lantern 66 and 67.
Sweet.
The week after will be 68 and 69. The third week will be 70 and 71. The fourth week will be 72 and 73. And of course, the fifth and final week is Summer 69 will be 74 and 75.
With what, Phil?
Oregano! The Oregano Ray, kids.
That's right.
And then,
willpower.
And then, of course, the first week of August,
Green Lantern 100.
As if 5 weeks of Hal Jordan wasn't enough, kids.
We need more.
The first week of August will be Emerald Knights from Green Lantern 100. We'll jump back to the present of 1988 and, do Green Lantern 100 through 106.
Nice.
Let's see how Cal gets out of this predicament.
I'm imagining shenanigans. There will be shenanigans.
Yes. So the second week of August after we do Emerald Knights, the next week will be DC 1 million. So
cool. Very cool.
We'll do the DC 1 million miniseries and then the Green Lantern tie-in issue. So
wow, and I have not read that
since 1998.
Since 1998. I know that there's a DC 1 million, and I intellectually know that something happens in it and that it was a giant crossover and we went to the 853rd century for things.
And the evil sun Solaris.
I have no memory of that.
It's Grant Morrison, kids.
Okay, yeah. Nice.
All right, so are we done here?
You bet, man.
All right, kids. So yes, we will return to 1998 in August. So yes, next time join us in 1969 for Green Lantern 66 through 67. So, yes, no Kal Rayner, but you know who the Green Lantern's gonna be.
Hal Jordan.
All right, man, we give you a month cliffhanger, kids. So, send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Sector 2814, the Green Lantern Podcast, on Facebook, on Twitter. Join the Green Lantern fan group on Facebook. Find all the links to all the various social medias and Facebook fan groups for all the shows we do. And also, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Everything we do gets a video, regular episodes like this, creator interviews, all of it. So smash the subscribe button so you don't miss a moment of this goodness.
Smash it.
And of course, superhero. Oh no, my pain keeps leaking out. Okay, subscribe to the Patreon, kids. Most importantly, again, we're out here on our own. There's no more Green Lantern Corps. We're all free agents, paying for this out of our own pocket. So
siphoning energy from the remains of Oa.
That's right, or Rob Southgate. Yeah. So yes, $3 to $5 though gives you the exclusive content, early access, the creator interviews. Every month, me and Lilith talk to Mr. D.G. Chichester himself about one of his comics.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
The June episode will be his fill-in issue when he did West Coast Avengers number 38. So,
wow, I just love listening to him with that voice.
Oh yeah, he's got a podcasting voice. Yeah,
I got the good mic out for you guys.
Yeah. And of course, because Lilith Hellfire demands my pain, superhero movie brackets, we will find the worst superhero movie of all time. We're in the DC bracket right now. We already did Batman Forever versus Batman and Robin. Superman 3 and 4 is next.
Now, you told me that there was some pretty heated debate between Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And Superman 3 and 4 will be no different because each one of those is one is Charlie's favorite, one is Lilith's favorite. So those two are definitely going to be duking out. And you don't want to miss July when we will be talking Catwoman versus Green Lantern movie with special guest Mr. Will Allred. See if he can defend that, Hal Jordan.
I don't know, it'll be rough, man. It's gonna be hard.
Oh man, if you join us, that'll be 5, man. There will be no way to be a tie there. Oh my god! Actually, oh my god! Can you imagine if it comes down to a tie and it's like, oh Will, you break the tie? No, I'll probably let you go first. They'd be like, man,
somebody else will break the tie.
Exactly. All right, so yes, if you can subscribe to the Patreon or pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find everything at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. All right, kids. Remember, we're trying to find our good friend Matt Kona. He disappeared in Dark Crisis somewhere. So for right now, follow Matt Kona, get his words of wisdom, his travel logs, everything at Matt Kona everywhere on social media at MATTKONA. And no, he did not invent Kona Ice. So, but if you want to talk to this genius, Mr. Will Allred, master of the core, master of the quantum zone, master of the crossover division, master of the Kickstarter comics, master of other podcasts, where can you get a hold of you?
Well, you can find me at Wallred. That's at WALLRED at Gmail or Twitter or Facebook or perhaps other social media presence that I have completely forgot I created. You can find out more about Crossover Division at crossoverdivision.com. We launch number 4. Ooh, can we see that? We launch number 4 in about 1 week from today. Number 3, the issues just came in and I'm sending them out. I think Phil got a shipping notice that your comic is coming. So
yes, mine will be here in a few days. Yes,
they exist, which is awesome.
Yep. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, it should already be the Kickstarter should already be going. So
yep, and you can
rush over. So
you can check that out at crossoverdivision.com/KS or crossoverdivision.com/Kickstarter. Should get you to the live campaign when we start, and it'll run for a month. So if you're interested in if you're interested in other work by me, you can check out Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. And I also, as Phil mentioned, I co-host a podcast called Explain Yourself, where Kevin Joseph and I discuss running Kickstarter comic campaigns with their creators. It's live every Friday night, and it goes off the rails pretty quickly. So
so it's like this show. Okay,
pretty much, yeah. I think I'm the common denominator there, but, and
not for me, man. You should listen to some stuff, conversations me and Lilith have.
And finally, if you want to find out more stuff about Quasar, because he's almost just as awesome as Green Lantern, you can check that stuff out at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
Seems like I'm getting a package every other day.
That's right.
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
I love that drop.
Oh my!
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
It's so bad.
Nice.
Oh, but everyone's favorite.
Hey, boys, you look at the party. I love the party.
And just for you, Will.
He gives me his bone.
So awesome.
Oh, okay. So I know you love both, but are you giving the slight advantage to Hal Jordan over Wendell Vaughn?
That is really tough.
Like picking between kids, huh?
Yeah, it's like picking between my kids. I don't know that. I still think I have to give it to Quasar because that's what we did first. We did the Quantum Zone for 150 episodes, but I don't know that anybody could live on the difference between my love of those two characters because it's so minuscule.
So small. Wait till I tell Lilith and destroy her faith in everything. Oh. Nice.
You will enjoy that, won't you?
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, I put Wendell over Hal, but I'm surprised.
Yeah, Quasar was just. It was such a magical.
Grunwald.
Perfect. It was Grunwald, yeah, and then it was Grunwald and Paul Ryan, Grunwald, and then Mike Manley, and then Grunwald and Greg Capullo, and it's just, we had, and that chunk is the best chunk of that. I mean, there's still, Steve Lytle came after, Andy Smith, John Hebink, but though, up until Capullo left, like the first 40 issues of that book are just awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I know we're going long, but no, speaking of the Chichester chats, check out episode 10, kids. It's up. We were talking about the Von Strucker Gambit, and it was like 3 annuals, and Chichester wrote him and his friend Greg Wright did the middle part, which was the Punisher issue. Greg Wright did the Daredevil annual, and then Chichester wrote the Captain America annual.
Oh, cool.
Which is what at the time Grunwald was writing the regular book, and I think Grunwald even had backups in it. I was like, I know he had said it before, but I was like, what about your interactions with Grunwald? And he just went on about what a great guy he was. Chichester was. He's like, I wish I would have gotten to know him a little better, because he said he was intimidated by him at the time, but he was like he was such a great guy and such a great soul and stuff.
Yeah, I wish he would have still been around to see what would become of all of the stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, if I could bend time and space, and you could talk to anybody in history. I mean, Grunwald's up there with Stan Lee for me. I mean, I'd just the Captain America, the Quasar.
Oh yeah. And he was the keeper of the Marvel Universe, the official handbook of the Marvel Universe. I mean, come on, man. That thing was so awesome.
I know. All right. Are we done being old nerds?
Yes.
For this week?
For this week. I'm still an old nerd, but.
Speaking of old nerds, come back next week for Green Lantern 66 and 67 from 1969.
That's right. Even older than we are.
I know. Oh, it's even older than Will Allred, kids. Oh.
Now get off my lawn.
I think these issues were originally printed on stone tablets, kids.
I think so. They had to use chalk for the color. It's really kind of cool.
But I'm pretty sure they're on the DC app. So yeah, kids, read them and send in your thoughts. I'm trying to remember if I read them. It's been so long, I can't even remember. So
I can't even remember either.
I'll get some fresh thoughts.
Yeah.
All right, kids, come back next time, and remember, let's do the time warp, baby. Good night.